Where's Gary? Chapter 1. SpongeBob grunted. His legs shook. His arms ached. He was carrying home a big sack of food for his pet snail, Gary. "Hey, SpongeBob!" called Patrick, who was standing by his rock house. "Hey, Patrick!" SpongeBob gasped. "What are you doing?" asked Patrick cheerfully. "Carrying this heavy bag of snail food for Gary," he wheezed. Patrick grinned and leaned against his rock. "How is Gary?" he asked, ready for a nice long talk. SpongeBob felt as though his arms were about to drop off. "He's fine," he croaked. Pat, can we talk about this some other time? The snail food is really heavy." Perspiration was flying off SpongeBob's head. "Oh, sure," said Patrick, patting his rock. "But there was something I wanted to tell you. Something important." Patrick scratched his head, thinking hard. "Oh, I remember!" But when Patrick looked, no one was there. Who was I talking to?" he asked. SpongeBob dropped the heavy bag of snail food on his front step and gasped for breath. Then he noticed a note on his front door. He read the note as he walked inside. "Dear Sir or Ma'am, we are sorry we missed you. We will attempt to re-deliver your package at our earliest convenience." Just as he finished reading, SpongeBob's doorbell rang. His package! He opened the door and found a box wrapped in brown paper and string. SpongeBob was so excited that he dashed back inside with the box, forgetting all about Gary's bag of food. "Let's see what we've got here," said SpongeBob, tearing the package open. "My official Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy paddleball set! Woo, yeah!" He pumped his fist, picked up the paddle, and whacked the red ball with it. The ball snapped back on its rubber string and smacked SpongeBob right in the head, knocking him to the ground. Papers from inside the box fluttered down around SpongeBob. He peeled one off his face and read it. "Take the Dirty Bubble Challenge. Hit the paddleball 29,998,559,671,349 times in a row." SpongeBob fell to his knees and looked up. "Dirty Bubble," he cried, "wherever you float, I hereby accept your challenge." Determined to reach his goal, SpongeBob hit the rubber ball with the paddle. It snapped back and hit him in the face again. "Ah, barnacles," he said. He tried several more times, but each time the ball struck him in the face. "Barnacles," he repeated again and again. Meanwhile, Gary woke up from his nap, feeling hungry, but when he looked in his food bowl, there was nothing but a fly, a couple of crumbs, and a spider web. Gary watched the fly buzz away. He went back to SpongeBob, who was still trying to hit the ball without getting smacked in the face. "Meow?" Gary called, hungry. "What was that?" asked SpongeBob, looking around. Shrugging, he started to go back to paddleballing, but then he heard an even louder meow. "Meow!" "Oh, Gary," he said, looking down at his snail. "The distracting sound came from you." He turned back to his paddleball. "I'm sorry, I can't play with you right now. Mermaid Man needs me." But just as SpongeBob was about to hit the red ball zooming toward his face, Gary meowed. Distracted, SpongeBob got smacked in the face. Again. "Gary, please," he begged. "I'm trying to defeat the Dirty Bubble." He showed his pet the red ball, but Gary just stuck himself to the paddle and meowed. Annoyed, SpongeBob pulled Gary off his paddle, then he went back to his goal, winning the Dirty Bubble Challenge. A few moments later, SpongeBob got another smack in the face. Gary leaped right into SpongeBob's face and suctioned himself there. "Yeah! Ah! Ah!" SpongeBob cried while wrestling his pet snail from his face. Gary, I hate it when you do that! Now get! And leave your master to his important affairs! Gary finally gave up. He slid back over to his bowl, tucked his head inside his shell, and sat silently. After a few days of feeling hungry and neglected, Gary decided that it was time to go and find a new home. Aww. He tied a polka dot bandana onto a bamboo stick, packed his belongings inside, and left the pineapple he had called home for so long. He caught the first bus he saw, looking sadly out the window as it pulled away. Stay tuned for Chapter 2, coming up soon.